Do you truly want to beat this addiction forever, bro? Genuinely, I mean that. Do you want to beat this addiction forever? I made a guide in my previous video, putting all my tips and all my methods into one video. But I saved this one as sort of a special secret one, alright? One that needs its own video. This has the power to completely destroy your NOFAP addiction, to destroy yourself watching porn. You don't have to do this alongside the previous methods and tips that I told you in the video. This is just another one. This is something that I like to say is more of a harder difficulty, because this technique is sort of balancing on the line of relapsing, okay? Like, you could very easily relapse doing this. If you do it right, you will never, ever, and I mean this, you will never, ever, ever relapse again. Since the age of 11, 12 years old, whenever I started hitting puberty, bro, that's whenever I started this addiction. It's whenever I started, this is whenever I started fapping all the time, every single day. And whenever you're a young kid like that, you never really understand that, like, you doing this is actually causing you huge detrimental problems in the future. And in my life, I just kept doing it over and over and over and over and again, not really knowing it was a bad thing. And throughout my whole life, the more I just kept doing it, the worse my life got. I became more depressed, I became more lazy, I became more feminine, I started caring more about what others thought of me, and it became such an issue in my life that I came very, very, very close to the brink of just ending it all. Now, that is very dark, but I'm being true to you. I'm being serious. I was that close. And do you know what stopped me from doing it? This is a video I will talk a little bit more in depth about in the future, but you know what stopped me truly from doing it that day? It was, I said to myself, and I thought to myself, what if I genuinely turned this around? And that's what pulled me out of it. And that's what genuinely pulled me out of the brink of total collapse. And what has this got to do with NOFAP? Well, it made me completely do a 360 on my NOFAP addiction. I realized that I needed to really stop this. And I came across a technique that completely changed my life. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. What you wanna do is you wanna load up a porn video. That's right, bro. This is how extreme we're getting here. You actually want to load up the video. Watch it, right? Watch it. And I want you to sit there and stare at it like a goddamn psychopath. And once you're staring at it, I want you to control your breathing. Like a meditation, right? Just control your breathing. And I want you to say the one phrase into your head while you're doing this. You don't have power over me. You have destroyed my life for years. Right there, right now, right in front of me. You're standing right in front of me. You've destroyed my life. You have no more power over me. And I want you to just keep saying it and saying it and saying it over and over and over in your head for as long as you can, until you genuinely have zero urge to do anything. I want you to do that every single day for a very short time, for a very short term. I want you to do this whenever you don't have an urge, okay? Because whenever you have an urge, you're just coping. You're just gonna be like, oh, well, I'm doing this exercise, you know. You're coping because you really do want to watch it, okay? I want you to watch this. I want you to do this technique when you actually do not want to, when you don't have an urge. I want you to load up a video, don't touch your knob, and I want you to sit and do that. Sit there, look at it like a psychopath, and say, you don't have control over me anymore. You have no power over me. The psychological difference that will have on you in your life when beating this addiction, the speed, the progress, the results that you will find from doing this are very, very, very extreme. You will never fap again after this, bro. And like I said, this isn't something that you have to do alongside all my previous techniques and videos and stuff like that. It's just another one. It's just another thing for you to do if those ones aren't working for you. And this one is a little bit more extreme. This is something that, like, you know, some people will not understand it, but it is, like I said, it's a very extreme thing where you're staring at it and going like, you know, fuck you, alright? You've screwed my life up for so long. I'm not letting this ever happen again. You have zero power over me. Look what you've fucking done to me. I want you to genuinely do that. Do it for a few weeks. And you'll realize that your urges just you just don't get urges anymore. The success that you will find in your life just by doing these things, the foundation that this will give you in your life to grow and save years of your life where you would have been depressed. But now you will be thriving. You will be a far better man, being able to attract women and actually be able to get your life started. Don't waste your time looking back. We're not going that way.